Hi guys, welcome to a Chelmer Valley Maths tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at solving a quadratic, and it's from the calculator paper. So when we're on the calculator paper, we're given the formula for the quadratic equation up here, which I've copied from the front of the exam paper. So we're going to be using this to help us solve the question. And it says, solve 3x squared minus 4x minus 2 equals 0. Give your solutions correct to three significant figures. So again, this is another clue that we're going to need to use the calculator, because our answers aren't going to be nice numbers. They're going to be decimals. Okay, so how do we do it? How do we start this problem? Well, the first thing we need to do is work out what A, B and C are for the formula. So we're going to have a look at what is the value of A, what is the value of B, and what is the value of C. Once we've got those values, we can then just go and substitute them in to the quadratic formula. So where do we find out? It sort of tells us in the formula part that A is the number that's in front of the x squared. So highlighted it in green there. That corresponds with the 3 over here. So our A value, we can see, is given as 3. And for B, again, we're just looking at the formula. B sits in front of the x term. So it's the coefficient, which means the number in front of the x. And if we have a look here, we seem to have a minus 4. Now some people forget to put the sign in. Don't do that, otherwise you will get the incorrect answer. Make sure you include the sign. So it's minus 4, not just 4. And the last bit is the C term. And the C term is the number on the end. It's just given as plus C here. Doesn't have to be positive though. As we can see up here, it's going to be minus 2. Just highlight that there. C is minus 2. So, what do we do? Now we've identified what A, B and C are, we just need to plug them into the formula. So I'm going to write this down as my working. I'm going to rewrite the formula. So we've got x equals minus, and then the B is next. And I know I need to put minus 4 there. I'm just going to put a bracket in. That's where the B is. That's where I'm going to put my minus 4. I'll leave it blank for now. Then I'm going to put plus, minus, and I've got the square root. And underneath the square root sign, I've got B squared. So I'm going to leave another bracket for my B value, squared. And then it's minus 4 times A, so another letter. Leave a bracket for that. Just extend that square root sign a little bit. And then C goes there. And that's all being divided by 2 times A. Again, I'll leave a bracket there for me to put my value in a moment. So once I've written that out, I can see very clearly where the numbers need to go. So if I just put those numbers in, let's start with the B. I've got B is minus 4, so minus 4 would go in here. I've got another minus 4 here. And then it becomes, it's 4A, so A is 3, and then times by C, which is minus 2. And that's all over 2 lots of A, when A was 3. And all I really need to do now is to type this into my calculator, once with a plus and once with a minus, and then that will give me the answer. So I'll just pull up the calculator. Can we enter this all in one go? That's always a challenge. So I'll try and help you with that. Let me just adjust the calculator. So it's a fraction, so we can press the fraction button first, and then start to type in. So we've got minus, then I've got my bracket. And I'm going to use this minus sign up on the left hand side here, on the column here. I'm just going to use that for negative numbers. So minus 4, close the bracket, and I'm going to go with a plus first this time. And then I'm going to put the square root in. Again, I've got a minus 4 in a bracket, so that negative number minus 4, close bracket. Square that button here will square that one. And then times by, well, minus 4, excuse me, and then we've got bracket 3 for the A part, and then another bracket with minus 2 in for the C part there. So that's the top line finished. I'm going to use these buttons here to scroll down. And to finish it off, 2 times 3. So I'm just going to put that in as 2, and then brackets 3, just to keep everything clear, so you can see where I've put all my letters, all my values in for my letters. Press equals, and you should get your first answer. Now it wants it to 3 significant figures, and the calculator's giving it to me in what we call surd form. So I'm just going to change that to a decimal using the SD button here. If I press that once, that will give me my decimal. So that my first solution is going to be, we've got 1.72, and I've just lost the calculator. Get that back up for a second. 0. So if I look at the third decimal place, then it's a 0. And I only want to give my answers to 3 significant figures, it says at the top. 3 significant figures. So when I'm doing that, I really need to think about, this is my first significant figure, the 1, then the 7, then the 2. And after that is a 0. So what effect is that going to have on the 2? Well, if we round that, it's just going to leave our answer as 1.72. So that would be one solution. X would equal 1.72. Now there's 2 solutions to this problem, because again we've got to go back through and put in a minus sign. So if I bring the calculator back up, I'm just going to scroll back using these buttons again, scroll back through my formula here, get to the plus minus bit. So I'm right here at the moment, and I'm going to swap this for a minus sign. Pop that out, put in a minus sign, and get the second solution. Change it to a decimal, and then we're looking at rounding that up. So minus 0.3874, etc. We only want the first 3 digits, so 0, 3, 8, and the 7 is the 4th digit. Now what effect is that going to have on the 8? Well, anything above a 5 rounds up, so it's going to be 0.39. X equals 0.39. Okay, I hope that helps, guys. Check in on the website, there'll be more videos to follow.